Welcome to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast, where I share my insight to help you move through your perimenopause and menopausal years with ease. In this podcast, I talk about natural solutions for balancing your hormones and empowering you to move away from the symptoms like fatigue, mood swings, hot flashes, and resistant weight loss to feeling vibrant, confident, and full of energy as you age gracefully. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast. So I want to start by asking you this. Do you ever feel like you're old now? And this is just how life is going to be from now on? Or do you feel like it's too late to start making changes because you feel like it's not going to work because nothing has been working? Well, I'm here today to tell you that you are wrong on both accounts. And I want to talk to you about why being in menopause or being midlife is actually the perfect time to make big changes when it comes to your health. It's not too late, and trust me, you don't have to do drastic dieting or hours of cardio or cut out all your favorite foods to make you feel better and get you healthier. So what I'm going to do is I want to share with you how focusing on three key areas are going to help you to transform your age or your health at any age. We're going to talk about habits, we're going to talk about mindset, and we're going to talk about my favorite, strength training. All right, so let's get started. Before we get into the how, I want to talk about the why. So, like I said, maybe you're thinking, okay, I'm in my 40s, my 50s, isn't it too late to change everything? But I promise you, it is not. In fact, this is actually the perfect time for you to get healthier and stronger than ever. I mean, we have all this experience, right? The wisdom and the knowledge of knowing what no longer works. So what if we tried something different? And I don't know about you, but I can guess that maybe you've tried all the diets that are out there and probably many different times. And now you're learning they just are not working. I know I have, and I'm happy to say that I do not diet anymore. I don't believe in diets. I believe in eating all the foods and figuring out what works best for you, especially when you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, because it's all about enjoying life. That's what I keep saying to everybody. This is about enjoying life at any age, okay? So, it's time to stop trying what doesn't work and focus on what truly is going to make a difference at this stage, which means being healthy and living a long life. Right? And we know that midlife menopause brings changes in our hormones, our metabolism, our body composition. Those are the things we're focused on. But when it's handled right, it can lead to some pretty amazing health results. And I've had many clients experience this. And it's no longer just about that scale, but their overall health. And then once they focus on being healthy, getting strong, that's when the weight loss happens as a positive side effect. Okay? So, first let's talk about the first key area that you need to focus on, which are habits. Habits are like the secret sauce to any transformation. And when it comes to midlife or menopause, it's not about making big changes all at once. It's about starting small and building sustainable habits that stick. This is what I do with my clients, and this is why it's not about dieting. Diets are not sustainable, and they're not easy to continue on with, okay? I know that if I was to say, okay, you need to track your foods, you need to be perfect, be 100%, you need to plan a nighttime routine, you need to focus on stress care every single day, you need to meal prep every single day, you need to go for a walk out, you need to do your workouts in, they'd be like, what in the heck? I can't do all of that. Which is why we start small. Just adding a few new habits into their daily life. Like this. You pick one thing, maybe 2 or 3 things that are small. Maybe it's drinking more water. Can you drink more water every single day? Find out what you're drinking right now, add a little bit more. Do that for 5-7 days. Or maybe it's you have been sitting at your desk every single day, not going for a walk. So maybe you add a 10-minute walk. Sometimes I tell my clients, you know what? Just walk around the block. That's a start. It's something different, right? I feel a sneeze coming on, so hopefully I can hold that in. Or maybe it's just sharing photos of your meals with somebody for accountability. Maybe it's posting in a group. If you're one of my clients, you're sharing your meals. Whatever it is, something. Keep it simple. And once these things become a habit, be part of your daily routine, you can start to add more. If you try to change everything all at once, it's going to leave you feeling overwhelmed and you're going to give up. And again, I know because I've seen it, right? So start small. Pick 1 or 2 things that you can start with and do them consistently. Which leads us to the next thing. You want to think about consistency over perfection. I tell my clients all the time they don't need to be perfect, but they do need to be consistent. Consistent is how you get results. So walking 1 day out of 7 isn't going to help, right? If you only walk 1 day a week, it's not helping you. But let's say you can't, maybe you aren't ready for 7 days. Start with 3. 3 times a week for a few weeks. That's a great start. Then add on. Now I can do 4 days a week. Now I can do 5 days a week. Okay? Whatever it is. Now I'm instead of walking 10 minutes, I'm walking 15 minutes. Oh, now I feel like I can walk 20 minutes. Adding on slowly instead of trying to do all the things that you're just not going to do. Something is better than nothing. And here's what life happens, right? You have a sick kid or you get sick. Maybe you have a big deadline at work. You're feeling stressed. You have vacation. Doing what you can consistently and as consistent as possible is what's going to matter most. Not doing it perfectly. So, you get sick, maybe you can't walk that day, but maybe the next day you get up and do it again, right? And give yourself grace. For gosh sakes, us women, we are so busy. So don't make yourself feel bad because that's not helping you. Just do what you can, and if you miss a day, no biggie. Just pick back up the next day. So consistency over being perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. And perfection is just setting you up to fail. So let's not even put that word in there. Next, you want to track your progress. So tracking may sound like a pain in the butt. Like I have my clients track their meals. They have to put their meals in because if we don't see what they're eating and they're not getting results and they're not feeling better, we have something to look back at, right? It sounds like a lot. And you don't have to track like that. And you may feel like, I don't have the time to do it, but you do. It's going to actually keep you more motivated. And what you can do is write it down in a notebook or use an app or just mark it on your calendar. I went for a 10-minute walk. I went for a 10-minute walk. Okay? Whatever it is, track your progress. This gives you insight as to how far you have come and lets you see exactly what things you've been doing. So we forget all the things that we've done, all the progress that we made. We only focus on what we're not doing. But if you have something to look back at to see, wow, I have been eating clean for a month, or I have been walking every single day for 30 days, or whatever it may be. I've been getting good sleep. You know, we have all these trackers that track our steps, that track our sleep, that whatever. I've been getting 10,000 steps consistently, right? Then you can be proud of that and celebrate that instead of focusing like, oh, but I haven't been eating that well. But you've been getting 10,000 steps. So focus on it and write down so that you can track your progress. And instead of focusing on things that we aren't doing, we want to focus on the positive, which leads us into the mindset part. Okay? This is a big one. A lot of women in menopause or in midlife are going to get stuck in the mindset that it's too late to make a change, that their body just isn't going to cooperate anymore. But it's simply not true. So how do we shift that mindset? Well, first you want to embrace the growth mindset. So that means instead of telling yourself, I'm too old for this, or it's going to be too hard, start by telling yourself, I can still grow and improve. The truth is, you're never too old to make progress. You're never too old to make changes. Every step you take forward is a win. And I tell my clients, if you can do 1% better every day, you are making progress. Next, you want to change and challenge your beliefs. We all have limiting beliefs. right? I can't lose weight at this age, or my body's just falling apart. I'm just too old. But are those things really true? Question those beliefs and flip that script. What you say is what you believe. If you say you're too old, you're going to believe you're too old. If you say I can't lose weight, you're not going to lose weight. But what if you said, I think it's possible? I know it's possible. I can do this. Make a different choice today. I have clients changing their daily habits in their 60s after doing all the same things for years. So it can be done if you truly want to change. So that probably needs to be your first mindset to work on. Next, focus on what you can control. Sure, you can't control everything like hormonal changes or aging, but you can control your habits and how you respond to challenges that come up. What can you do? You can go for a walk. You can eat more protein, right? You can. You're able to go for a walk. You are able to add more protein. You are able to lift heavier weights, whether it's 1 pound more. You're able to lift 1 rep more. You can. I promise you. You got to focus on what's in your power and let the rest go. And know there are so many ways to change what is happening in your body during menopause. But again, you have to be willing to make those changes. If you aren't willing to make the changes, you're right. You aren't going to change. You're going to stay the same. And you want to remember to be kind to yourself. Menopause is hard. That's just the best way to say it. It is hard and it can be rough, but give yourself some grace. You can expect to see changes overnight. But as I mentioned earlier, track what you're doing so that you can see what progress is actually happening, even if it's not happening as fast as you would like. And if you're in your 50s and 60s, it's not going to happen as fast as you like. I guarantee it. So that's why you want to see and celebrate those small things to see the progress that you are making. You know what? I've been walking every single day. My body doesn't hurt as much. Wow, I've been sleeping really good. Now I have really good energy and it makes me want to work out more, right? Pay attention to those things. These small little habits and changes you're making are going to make everything else better, and you're going to see that progress. I want to go back to something else that you want to make sure that all these habits that you're doing, you want to make them part of your routine. What you need to do is find a time that works best for you to do that new habit. So meal prepping for me, the best day to do it is on Sundays. We do a little bit more on Thursdays just because by then we're kind of out of food. I have clients that only do it on Thursdays because that's their day off. That's what works for them. I do my workouts on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays because that's what works for me. Maybe for you it would be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The more consistent you are along with having it planned into your week, the more automatic it becomes. The more part of your routine becomes. And when you have this as part of your routine, you miss it when it doesn't happen. Like yesterday, I almost didn't do a workout because there was only 2 of us and neither one of us really wanted to work out. And I tell you what, if she hadn't been there, I probably wouldn't have done a workout. But I would have missed it. I would have been like, something's missing from my week. I didn't do my workout. Oh, right? Or if it's, I didn't drink enough water yesterday. I can tell I don't feel as good, right? Planning things into your week and knowing what needs to happen. And finding it, I find that if you plan it into your week, you're going to make it happen. If you try to do things day by day by day, it's not going to happen. If every single day you're trying to eat healthy, but you don't have any foods to eat, and you're busy and you get hungry, you're going to grab whatever available. And it's probably not going to be healthy options. But when you have some foods readily available because you plan for it and you make it part of your routine, then you know exactly what you're going to eat and you're going to stay on track, right? Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is strength training. And why is this important? I feel like it's just something that's missing that some people don't think is important. People love yoga. People love running. People love cardio. I get it. Those are all great benefits. But you need to, 1000% need to be thinking about strength training as you age. And if you're somebody who's already doing this, you know how important it is And I'm guessing you feel the difference in your body and how proud you are when you pick up those heavier weights, right? You know, like, wow, I love the feeling that I get when I lift these weights because it makes me feel good. But if you aren't into strength training right now, you haven't really done a lot of it, or maybe you're just getting started, it can probably sound intimidating. But strength training is key to maintaining a strong, healthy body as we get older. And if you don't want to be that frail old lady that is being pushed around in a wheelchair, or the rounded back, or that's falling down and breaking her hip, you need to add some strength training. Why? Because as we age, we naturally lose muscle mass. And you've probably heard me say this 1,000 times. And this slows down our metabolism and makes it harder for us to keep weight off and lose weight. Strength training helps to reverse that by building muscle, improving bone density, and boosting your metabolism. If you're struggling to lose weight, maybe try adding some strength training. If you have a bunch of aches and pains, maybe you need to try lifting some weights. It's honestly the most effective way to keep your body strong and lean. Okay? If you've never lifted weights, start with simple body weight exercises. You can do squats, you can do push-ups, you can do lunges. There's so many different things that you can do with just your body weight. You can do wall sits. Great for those quads. They're a great way to build strength without any equipment. What you want to do is work out or do the strength training at least 2 to 3 times a week, and be sure to give your muscles time to recover in between. I know there's a lot of programs out there that promote 5 to 6 days a week of working out, and they work in different body parts. I can't do that when I'm 52. My body, I'm still sore. My biceps and my abs are still sore from Monday's workout. It is Thursday, okay? So I like to have a day off in between. That lets my body recover so that I can work hard on the next day that I do work out. If you are a beginner and you're like, I really don't know what to do, and you want a workout program to start with, reach out to me and I can set you up with a program that's for beginners. I'll do that for free. I'll give it to you. You can go and you can try it for a while and see how your body feels, okay? So reach out to me and let me know if you want that. And now, once you get the hang of it, once you've been working out regularly, your goal is to slowly increase the weights or the number of sets or the reps. But you don't want to go too high in those reps. You want to keep them about 10 to 12. But you constantly want to be challenging your body. If it's too easy, you need to go heavier. That should always be your motto. The key is progressive overload. Basically, challenging your muscles a bit more each time to get them to grow stronger. Struggling to lose weight, build more body fat, or build more muscle, you'll get rid of the body fat and your body composition will change. Most important, as with everything else, staying consistent. Even if you don't have time. Like yesterday, I said we didn't want to work out. We were both so sore. Our workout was 15 minutes long. We usually work out 30 to 40 minutes. So something is better than nothing. If you can only fit in 15 to 20 minutes, do that. I have my clients' workouts are anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And sometimes if they don't have time, I go through it one round. Do something. That's better than nothing. Just show up a couple times every single week and you're going to see results. I guarantee it. And you're going to love the results that you get. I guarantee it. It's really quite... And this has been speaking from somebody who was always doing the 15 to 20 reps with the smaller weights for years and years and years. And now that I'm lifting heavy, I feel so different. And I walk away from those workouts feeling so proud of myself and so strong. Okay, so hear me out here. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you're struggling, you're like, this is how it's gonna be. You don't have to just throw in the towel. This is the best time of your life. You've had the kids, you went to school, you've established a business, you've established a job, all the things, right? You got married, whatever it may be, all the things. Now it's time to just enjoy your life. Enjoy taking care of you. So this is the time to take advantage of that and focus on transforming your health one step at a time. So if you're listening and saying to yourself, it still seems overwhelming, I don't even know where I should start. I do offer free 30-minute strategy sessions to get you started. So we just have a conversation. I ask a lot of questions because I want to know what you're currently doing. And then I want to give you some things to start on. Okay, some things that you can take away and start doing on your own. And if you want to start with coaching, great, we can do that. But if not, you're going to have some steps to get you started towards building a long, healthy, and amazing life. Because truly that's what I really want, is just for women to feel better in their bodies and to live the life they truly want. Okay, so I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you listening, and I would really appreciate it that if you found this useful, that you would share it with your friends, your family. It's how I get more education out into the world for all these women who are going through menopause, who are struggling, just to let them know there are ways that you can feel better and you don't have to do this on your own. So, thanks again. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful and fabulous day. I hope this episode today resonated with you, and if it did, I would love for you to share it on your stories and tag me on Instagram or Facebook. A review would be appreciated too. Your reviews and shares not only help us to grow, but they give other women who are struggling through their menopausal years hope that they don't have to continue living the way that they do. Your questions and experiences are also so helpful in giving me subjects to talk about. So feel free to reach out to me anytime on Facebook or Instagram with anything. I would love to help.